Good day to you all. Welcome to another tutorial by De-Radiance Fashion Creations. So in this video, what I will be teaching you is how to make fan autogele. So using our Ashoki. And the first thing is that I'm using TV aware of Ashoki. So don't limit yourself when you have to be aware that I can't make anything with this TV aware. Actually, I'm going to make this autogele with this TV aware. And it's the fact if this belongs to me, I have it at home and I decided to make it. So it's I haven't used it. I think I used it once, and that once I did not even tie it more than 1 hour. So it is still hard and neat. So I have to be aware. I've already removed it. So if you are getting it in the market, you can just get to be aware for this design. And if you have it at home, you can make use of it. So I've removed. It was the TV was sewn together before. So I have removed one from it, and so this and the length of this is 70. The whole length is 70 inches. So I have it cut out. I have it removed for me so that so for the base I'm going to cut out 23 inches. 23 inches for the base in 3 places. You can make yours to be 4 in 4 places and join it together, but I'm going to use three three three. So that is what I'm going to use. If I need to join later, I'll just know how to manage everything. So I use the one I went to make to I cut out all this from it, you see. So I'm going to join all these theory together. I'm going to join the theory together. You can make use of 4 depending on the number of the hour you are using. So we are managing around this thing. So I'm going to be using theory. I'll join everything together. Just place it on each other like this, very close to the edges. You see how I'm folding and tape it, like I mean sew it. So the same thing apply to this. I'm going to do that later. I'll come and show you how I'm going to form the plate. And for the plasma, plaster, plasma, plaster this thing, what I'm going to attach it to, I'll be using 6 inches for the length by the width of the actual, okay, 6 inches into 2 places, one at the right and one at the left. And for the handle, I have 12 inches here by the width of the actual, okay, 12 inches. You can put 12 inches, 13, 14 inches. So this is what I'll be using. All right, now, so I have joined the three away together. I have sewn it the way I described and I have secured the edges. So for my 23, I have 21 inches left. So just like I said before that you can cut out 20 inches. By the time you finish the 20, by the time you join it and you secure the two edges, you have 18 inches left, which is still better. It's very fine. In fact, that is what most of people do. You understand? So, but the 21 inches is not that it's not good, it's okay. But I just make sure I know how to. Okay, now for the Velcro, since this is 21 inches, the normal air circumference for adult is 22 inches, but I'll be making mine 23 inches. So that means 21 inches minus 23, I will be having 2 inches left. So the length of my Velcro now will be 2 inches. You understand? It will be 2 inches. So that means if you are using 18, if the length of the air circumference of your actual key is 18 inches, that will be minus 23 inches. You'll be having 5 inches. That means you cut out 5 inches. Do you understand? So it depends on the length of the air circumference you have. We determine the length of the vehicle you're going to use. Now since I have 2 inches here, I will be having 4 inches for the length. I'll be using 4 inches for the length. Okay, now so I have, instead of using 4 inches, I use 3 inches for the width or for the length. And I have 5.5 inches here. So I've reduced it. This is not what I said before. So I have 3 inches by 5.5. So it depends on what you are cutting out. Just please get that right. So this is what I will be doing. The one end of this is already is already okay. It doesn't fray from one end. So the other hand frays. So I'm just going to hide it like this. I'll just sew it straight. The same thing apply to this. So when I sew it straight, it's going to be like this. Going to be hidden inside. Then I'm going to fold this into two. I'm going to fold it into two like this and secure it. Then I will cut out one of these and just sew it on it. I hope you understand. Alright, now so I have sewn it, you see. So it's going to be on this on each other. So when you fold the ashoke, just sew this to it, the vehicle. It's going to be on each other like this. So by the time I attach it, I attach one at the left and I attach the other at the right. So everything, when this overlap each other, everything must be 23 inches. If you are using 22 inches circumference, everything must be 22 inches. So let me set the vehicle aside and move on to form the pleats. Now I'm going to be forming the pleats. This is the wrong side. So I'll fold in 1.5 inches, 1.5 inches, or about 1.5 inches, not up to 1.5 inches, because my own hardware is not up to 4. So I'm having 2 inches. I might not be able to form many pleats with this. So I have less than 1.5 inches. I'm going to fold it the way you are seeing me folding it, and I will secure it with my office pin. So when you secure with your office pin, take it to your sewing machine and sew straight. Just sew it straight. When you are sewing, just sew at the edge here. I know this is not new to some people because it's the same, almost the same way we sew our turban, one pleated band. So when you form the first pleat, just fold another one on it to cover where you sewed. Use your office pin to hold it and take it to your sewing machine and also sew the same way. I hope you understand. So the other one you also fold on it. You also fold another one on it the same way you sew to form your pleats. I think I'll be making like the 3 pleats or 4. I'll be making 4 pleats with this, 3 or 4 with this. So at the end of the day, the turban, the gele is not going to cover the edge at the back. It's not going to cover all your hair at the back, which is still okay for me. There are some people that love it like that. So let me go and form the pleat and come back to show you the next thing to do. Alright, so I've formed the pleat, you see. So now we're going to be attaching this to it. One will be facing up like this, and the other will be facing down like this. So I'm just going to take it away from this bulky place to the other side and sew it. Make sure you sew it very well, like 3 times. And another one will face down and I will sew. Yeah, now we're done with this. So this is how it's going to be. This is how it's going to be. So by the time it's only one that we counted, like we so I have 22.5 inches here. You see, so it's not that you will add this to it. No, it's only one since it's overlapping. That is what I was trying to say the other time. So now I'm going to set this aside and move on to the design that will be on top. Okay, for the twist now, I cut out 2 pieces. I have 35 inches length here, 25 inches length. So 2 pieces, I'm going to be putting our wording. You can put your wording, you can put your foam inside it so that you can add to the volume of the twist. Alright, so will be putting foam inside. You can put wording, you can put foam. So you can make use of any of these three things I mentioned. Now I cut out 9 inches width, sorry, for by 32 inches. So that is what I cut out. That is what I'll be inserting inside my asho. Okay. See how I rolled it. I'm going to teach you that. So if you don't, if you're managing your what is it called foam, you can cut out 6 inches. Yeah, 6 inches is okay. And if you are using wood, just you can if you're using wood, you can cut out 12 inches, something like that. Just know what you can put inside your body. So the length of what you put inside it, how bulky it is, will determine how the twist is going to come out. If you want it big, you will put something big inside. If you want it small, you reduce the length. So now I'm going to fold this like this, then use my needle and thread just to sew it the way like this. So I'll just sew it. The reason why I'm sewing just to make the roll I did here to be intact, in order for it not to lose back. That is the main reason I'm sewing. So you can see that I don't even sew it too firm like that, just to secure the roll. Okay, so the two pieces that you want to use for the twist, sew it straight at the edge and turn it out. You need to fold it into two to sew and turn it out. Now we'll be inserting the foam inside them. Like, I'll look for a piece of cloth, tie at one edge of this foam. Then don't tie it too tight. Get your safety pin, put it, so with the help of this you can be able to go inside the actual key. So just patiently use the safety pin to draw in the foam. So that is what I will do right now. I'll do that of the camera. Insert the two foam inside the two pieces, then come back to show you the nice thing. Okay, now so I have inserted it inside the actual cake. Now it can be somehow tedious because the way actual cake is thick. So if you are trying to if you are trying to insert the wording inside, it can be somehow tedious. Um, you can make use of your foam, your wording or your fiber, and if you can insert this foam inside it without difficulty, go ahead. Now join the two ends together like this. So ask someone to help you to hold it, then you twist. I usually place it on where I do place my thread on my sewing machine. That is where I usually use. So you don't see anybody around you, place it on where you do place your thread, then you can go ahead to twist. So I will twist to the right. I will twist it to the right. You can see the way I'm twisting. Twisting is very easy to do. Very easy to do. Can you see? Let me repeat what I'm trying to do. Twist to the right. This is my right side. So I'll twist to the right. You can see very easy. After you are done, just secure where you stop with your needle and thread. So this is it. Don't forget I use 35 inches for the length. You can make your own 40 inches if you want it longer like this. Though this one is not too small, but I'm just saying it. When I was making the fabric, I used 40, like using material, I used 40 inches. Because I'm managing these three pieces, that is why I cut at 35 inches. So for this, for the handle, please don't mind my voice. For the handle, I have 11 inches here. Let me say 10 inches. So because I'm managing my material fabric, I will just need to manage it in a way that should be enough for me. I will divide this into two now. So one at the right side and the other one at the left side. So after you have done, try to secure the two edges of your actual cake, like sew it straight. So you have done this one, you sew it straight. Fold it like this and sew it straight. Now this is what I'll be doing. I will later sew this one, but I just want to explain something here. So I'll just fold it like this. I'll fold it like this and then sew, and then sew. Use my needle and try to sew it. So what I wanted to explain here that is very important, you watch very well, is that when you want to sew this to it, just make sure you secure the two edges of your fabric here. The twist, what you use for the twist, make sure you secure the two edges, like secure the at this like this. So what I wanted to say here is that where you cut out, it is very important you secure the place as well. You fold it in like this a little bit. Can you see what I did? Then you sew, you sew. With your needle and thread. You sew it round and it shows the way that you sew the handle very firm to the twist. Using your needle and thread. Make sure you use a matching thread, and when you are sewing, make your sewing invisible. Make the sewing invisible and firm. You have sewn the two handle to the two side. Now you need to close up this. So for the edge, just fold it in like this. Please look at what I'm doing. You fold it in like this. Then one part where I asked you to fold in this side where you cut, you fold it in as well. So you overlap this one on it. You don't need to fold in this part because it's secured already. So you take it to your sewing machine and start the sewing from this end. Then go like this to this part. The same thing apply to this second side. So I'll go straight and sew. Then you can go ahead to attach it to your base, or you make it removable. So you can make it detachable and you can make it attachable. Just sew with your handle. So just if there is a need of you asking your client, or when you know what your clients want, then you can go ahead to work on it. Now if I'm to make it for my clients, I will have to reduce the handle. I don't like when handle is too long. I will reduce it to 10 inches instead of the 11 inches I use here. I don't like it when handle is too long. Because there are some customers that you don't know how to make use of those things. Just like I tore it in now, there's some customer that will not know how to do that. They will just leave it like that. But when it is not too long, they can know how to manage it. Alright, so if you want to just make it attachable, just take your needle and thread, sew invisible tacking, sew it down, sew it down, sew it down like that. You can sew 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, like 5 places is okay. So I will do that later if I want to. Alright, for the design that will be at the front or on it, let us move on to that. For the design, I will be showing you two different designs, the hair rabbit design and the fan design. So I have the ashoke here, the remaining part of my ashoke. I joined it together, the two layers, and I have 16 inches. I cut out 16 inches. By the time I secure the two edges, I think I have 14 and a half here, 16 inches. By the time I join the two edges, I have 14 and a half inches here. So with this now, I will divide it into two, get the center, then make pleats at the center. Now starting the pleat like this, just form the pleat across the center, then take your needle and thread. The way you started is the way you must end. You must end facing down. I hope you are getting me. Facing down. this side as well must face down. I hope that is clear. And make sure it's at the center. Take your needle and thread and pass your needle through to secure it. Now after you are done with that, trace the pleat you have already made, trace it very well, like form it again. If there is need, just do it like this, just make to make the pleat come out well pleated. So same thing applies to this, to make the pleat comes out well pleated. All right, now so take this side, bring it together. Your It must be equal. That's why I said you must get the center, so it must be equal. All right, so I will use my needle and thread to sew it this side and sew it at this side. So but now let me first use the, because I'm still going to work on the second design, let me use my office pin to secure it. So now let me place it on the twisted turban altogether. So you can make it to be like this at the center or by the side. And if you want it to be up like this, then you need to secure this side so that it can be able to stand. And if you want it to rest on it just like this, then you just go ahead to tack it the way you want it to be. So I'll just do any one of these. Then I'll use my needle and thread. I think that it is what I like. I like this. So I'll just use my needle and thread to sew it at the back. I'll sew it in such a way that it's not going to be obvious, the sewing. So I'll go in between the pleats to tack it to the twist and sew this side, so that it can stand very well. So I hope that is clear. And this is beautiful, simple and beautiful with 3 layers of ashoke. You're good to go. So don't limit yourself when it comes to having not enough fabric. You can create anything with your little fabric and you actually come out with nice things. So let me take this off and show you the second method, the second design that you can do. Okay, for the second design, the rabbit ear design is from what I used the other time. That's 16 inches of cutout. That is what I'll also be using. But the thing is that I want the diagonal and the vertical and the horizontal measurement, I want it to be the same. So that is why I cut out 12 inches. So the former length was 14 inches. So by the time, let me say 14 inches, the former length was 14. By the time you reduce, you hide or eat the two edges, you have 12 inches. So we still have the same length, 12 inches, 12 by 12 inches. Now you take your chalk and use, or you just get it straight like this diagonal part. That is where you will be passing your thread through the diagonal part like this. So the first thing to do is to make a pleat like this. We are facing this direction. Make your pleat. Look at what I'm doing. Very simple. Very, very simple. So we have already made the pleat and I'm going to use my needle and thread to sew. So I'll sew with my needle and thread. If you have formed the fan, just use this place. Use your needle and thread to also secure it. Let me use my office pin for now to secure. Then you place it either at the back of your twist or at the front. So any way or even on top. So any way that you want, just go ahead to do that. You can place it at the middle, by the side, or anywhere. Alright, so I'll go ahead to tack my own with needle and thread. Just tack it in a neat way. Then you are good to go with your 3 pieces of ashoke. Alright, thanks for watching. Bye.